Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about a project that represents one of the biggest opportunities in cryptocurrency in 2022, and that is ApeCoin. So we're going to dive right in and cover that bullish news and get you guys up to date. The first thing I just wanted to mention before we dive into that is that I'm offering a free chart pattern guide for my subscribers. Make sure to claim that in the description below if you just want to fill out your email in the form. So let's get right to it. The first piece of news around why ApeCoin has been really pumping recently, 10, 20%, even 30% in the last few days, is mainly, and there's kind of a two-prong approach to this, but one of the reasons why it has been moving so quickly to the upside is because it will be a governance token for everyone in the Ape community. So if you want to participate in anything in voting within the Ape community, you're going to have to hold some of these tokens. But I do believe that there are some other things that are actually leading to this kind of super quick pump that Ape has seen here in the last couple days, and mainly that's because the other side, so that's Bored Ape Yacht Club's metaverse brand, they announced that these first 100,000 land parcels are all going to be paid for in Ape, which means a ton of buying pressure for Ape token as this release is coming out on Saturday. So the other side is going to be these 100,000 land parcels launched on Saturday, mainly using Ape for the actual sale. Now, it's going to be 305 Ape, so around $6,000, around 2 Ethereum to mint these, and it's anticipated that it's going to sell out, and on top of that, that's going to lead to about a $300 million revenue land sale for Bored Ape Yacht Club. And if you're not familiar with the project, it's become one of the leading NFT collections, and it's taken in $1.4 billion in sales. And last month, they raised $450 million at a valuation of $4 billion for the entire company. So a lot of money behind this. There's a lot of speculation that they're actually going to kind of build their own game within these metaverse land parcels. These land parcels are very intricate in the way that you can interact with them. So you can also be, mining and getting resources from these land parcels. So a lot of speculation, a lot of comparisons to Clash of Clans and other potential games. But one of the really interesting things I've seen kind of floating around Twitter, and I think this is a really cool take on it, but a lot of people are speculating that all secondary other side land sales are going to be taking place on a Yuga marketplace and having secondary sales happen in Ape. So if we kind of compare, right, and I know it's not going to be at this level, but if we compare how much volume they've been able to do in Ethereum, $1.4 billion worth of volume, let's say they even do a small percentage of that in Ape on their marketplace, that means a ton of buy pressure for Ape. And right now, the amount of wallets that have been submitted to this KYC, so actually, identifying yourself, the amount of wallets that have been actually submitted to this does not match the amount of Ape needed to mint all of these land parcels. So that means that there are still folks holding out and who do not have Ape yet that are going to need it for the mint. So this means that could even pump additionally up to Saturday's mint. So now that we've kind of covered that, let's dive really quickly into the charts. A rather, difficult, in terms of long-term perspective, difficult chart to chart just because it hasn't been out very long, right? So what we're going to do here is just kind of cover a couple of key points, and then from there, maybe see a couple of targets that we might be able to establish here for Ape. So one of the couple things that I want to note here, first of all, we set out this kind of really strong support at around $11, just under $11. After having, an incredible couple of first days going right from a couple bucks almost instantly up to, that $10-ish level. Then we shot up to around 15, came back down, established a super solid support. We see this double bottom right here, one, and then boom, little double tap, double bottom, and then we shot up here to the upside once this announcement kind of took hold, and it just kind of, basically FOMO'd from there up to this point where we're at right now. But wanted to note that we have that strong foundation in terms of a support, because what that tells me is that the risk to the downside is, a little bit, it's not necessarily minimal, but it's mitigated by the fact that we do have a very, very strong support line there. But what I will say that most recently occurred here on the chart that has me super bullish is that just in the last day or so, actually really today, we were able to reclaim this previous resistance. And actually right now we're in the action, in the process of flipping that into a support here. So if we're able to bounce here on the daily candle leading into tomorrow's mint, where everyone's going to need to be buying Ape for this anyway, there's a ton of volume that's speculated to be coming in to Ape on top of this chart. But if we're able to bounce here and officially flip this previous resistance here, which is around 19.5, give or take a couple of cents, if we're able to flip that previous resistance point into our new support, this really could get interesting in terms of our movement to the upside. So with that total volume of $300 million, it's really trying to understand how much of that has already been bought in Ape and how much more needs to be bought. So the general thought is that less than 50% of the folks that are going to mint have actually either transferred their Ape or purchased their Ape token for the mint. So obviously Bored Apes already have their tokens from their airdrop, but these are folks that are going to want to get in on the mint when it's actually dropping on Saturday. So let's just really quickly draw a fib extension. And we're going to go from our lowest point here at 9.4, drop it down to our most recent. And this is assuming that we have a bounce on this support. So that's kind of the big caveat while we're drawing this. So just remember that. But at the same time, this kind of gives us a good idea of what our next key levels are going to be. So with that additional volume coming in tomorrow, I am going to say I'm pretty confident here that we get a bounce. If not, we'd probably be looking at, $18 flat as our next support. If we do not stand on $19, we're going to be looking at about 18. But the numbers that, in my opinion, the key level to watch for tomorrow and where it could get pretty out of control, FOMO levels, is if we're able to convincingly break this $29 level. So this $29 level, why it's so important is because it's the next key fib resistance above the all-time high that we had snatched up at about 97.5 at one moment, I believe it was trading at. So the next key fib target above that 0.5 fib is 0.618, and 0.618 is the key fib to then send us to that kind of next level. So if we were able to take control of this $29 level, sit on top of that, see support there, I could see us consolidating between this for a little bit and then even standing on 32 with the amount of volume that's coming in. So I think the numbers for Saturday, I think we have upside, somewhere between $28 and $30 for tomorrow. That represents, 50 to 70% gain. Now, that is with the big caveat that we bounce here and that a lot of this volume comes in, because there is a lot of speculation about how many wallets still need to actually purchase Ape, because you can only see wallets that are holding Ape, correct? So it's really hard to identify which ones just need to transfer Ape into their wallet or the ones that need to purchase it. So that's kind of the big speculation that's going on right now, and we're going to get our answer tomorrow. I believe the mint is midday tomorrow if you want to watch it. Secondary sales, they're going to announce on the Bored Ape Yacht Club website or the Other Side Meta website when that is going to be available. But it's going to be available right after that auction that's selling for 305 Ape per token. So that is everything I have for you guys today. I think this represents a huge opportunity. It's a chance to tie yourself to the biggest NFT project of all time. And so pretty much every single partner project that Bored Ape Yacht Club has done has grown exponentially. So this is definitely a good opportunity to have a piece of the pie because like me, you probably can't afford a $450,000 monkey picture. So now just to recap, I'm looking for a target between $28 and $30 tomorrow. If we get above 32, you know, we could be looking between $35 and $45. Now that is more of a, I mean, that would be insane. You know, I mean, that represents an 100% gain, and for that to happen in 24 hours would be pretty insane. I think 40 to 80%, you know, landing somewhere in here is more realistic. So that's kind of what I'm looking out for tomorrow. I'm gonna hopefully you know, purchase a little bit here if I can, but obviously not financial advice. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you're able to have some time to watch this drop tomorrow. Should be pretty exciting. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Let me know what other projects you want me to cover. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.